Hello people, how are you all? My week has been great. I recently read a Hindi book, Tumhari Auqat Ye Hai, Piyush Mishra, and it was wow, just wow. I will soon come up with a book review of it in Hindi. So if you are a Hindi literature lover, just stay tuned. Also, if you haven't watched the birthday book haul video, just go ahead and watch it now. Without any further ado, people who have been here before, welcome back, and people who are new, welcome. This is Mansi from Readers and Creators, and let's talk about 5 books this week. So the first book today is From the King's Table to the Street Food, a food history of Delhi, written by Pushpesh Pant. Now Pushpesh Pant is a food historian and he sets on to a culinary journey which starts from Indraprasth, the first city of Delhi, to Mughal Empire, to British Raj, and till present time. It talks about kormas and kebab from Shahjahanabad, and shepherd pie and mutton cutlet from Angrezon ki Delhi, and pel ka sharbat and papdi in Baniya's home. So if you are a true Delhi wala person, you will find a very good link to the food history of Delhi. But now in present time, as immigrants from across the country flew to the capital, the cuisines are diverse. You can find Kashmiri, Bengali, Bihari, Andhra Pradeshi, Naga, every type of cuisine in Delhi and street foods. So he talks about that in great detail. And based on an expensive historical sources and records and literary sources, this book will make you feel hungry. Next book is a very big name, so let me read from the notebook. The Urban Elite v. Union of India, The Unfulfilled Constitutional Promise of Marriage Inequality, written by Rohin Bhatt. Now this book is one of its kind because it talks about queer rights and the legal history of the scrapping of Section 377. It is a story written by a queer person from the front lines of litigating queer rights, representing what it's like to be personally and professionally involved in a case which have the potential to change the social fabric of India. One of its kind book. Next book is Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. Now Rooney is one of the most influential author of this generation. Her works are widely loved, although I only read Normal People by her, which I didn't love, and then I didn't pick any other book. But Rooney is known for writing a very practical and contemporary point of view of adult life, we can say, or love life. It's about how in our society, which is very woke and liberal in saying that love doesn't see age gap or everything. In this book, Sally pointed out how it creates a consciousness among people who are in a relationship with people with a huge age gap. So that also talks about this. Like, how interesting is that? That's affecting the whole lifestyle of that person who is in a relationship with an older woman because something is burdening him. Like, I'm messing it up. Well, it's about 2 brothers who are reconciling on a dinner, but everything's go haywire and it got into their love life. So very Kaleshi book if you want to get into it, and I might read it. Next book is a biography of Saar Hashmi, Towards Theatre for a Democracy, written by Anjum Katyal. Now Saar Hashmi was an actor, activist, poet, playwright and organizer. He is also known as pioneer of street theatre in India. He founded Jan Natya Manch, that is Janam, and it's a very remarkable movement in the development and growth of street theatre in India. Saar Hashmi was brutally killed at a very young age during one of his performances in Ghaziabad in 1989, and it shook the entire nation. Now in this book, Anjum Katyal talks about how Saar Hashmi has a broad democratic vision which can be linked to every piece of work he did, whether it's writing or the performance. Hashmi advocated the philosophy that street theatre is an ally to a powerful democracy, and he was just informing, educating and mobilizing the common man through his performance. Last book of the segment is Of Mother and Other Perishables, written by Radhika Oberoi. And as complicated as this title is, Just hear me out. It's a very, very interesting book. The tagline is, this story is about attachment with the dead and detachment with the living. Like how we get into that grieving zone for so long and we keep the dead person alive for us for so long that it start affecting your equation with the living person. So there's one mother, two daughter, the Wailer and Toon, its nickname. Mother passes away from cancer. The elder daughter was 15 and younger was 9. So the elder one took the hit of her mother's passing, but the younger was very young to digest that the mother passed away. What happens that gradually they got detached because elder one, the Wailer, she was in that grieving mode. She was missing her mother. She was keeping her alive in memories or in routine life. But the younger one was moving on. So they became detached because they were not getting on one thing. Very complicated yet very intriguing. So yeah, of Mother and very well. Also the cover. Wow. Just wow. Okay, so these were the 5 books for today's segment. I hope any of these got your interest. Well, are you watching all the parts of books this week? If you haven't, just go ahead and watch, please. And also subscribe and comment if you have read any book and you have some feedback to give. I'm also going to make a video about all the books I read from books this week segments and what's my actual feedback and review about it. Interesting? Well, keep reading, be happy, be safe. We'll meet you soon. I don't say Sunday, I don't say soon. Like, I will meet you. Bye bye.